Look who got their game.
Finally.
Happy chat.
Happy chappy.
So it's been 3 days?
3 days.
Since I picked my copy up. Luke finally got his. We had to work a double split weekend at our job.
Happy days. I can't wait to get home and play it.
And pardon me, I sound like shit. Oh, so last day, I think I picked up tonsillitis. So, yeah, we took the opportunity for Luke to get his game. I picked up some medical supplies because, yeah, I'm going to bunker down the next couple of days. Just, first start of the holiday, or first day of the holiday, and I'm sick already. Wouldn't be my holiday if I didn't get sick every time.
It's tradition at this point.
So, yeah, I haven't played. Did I do something in there? No, I thought I was pressing buttons. So I haven't actually played the game, like the DLC yet. Still a bit annoyed about that DLC not being on the... Sorry, I can't see the camera. I'm not used to this. I'm using the handy cam. And the DLC not being on the disc, I think that's a real disappointment. Because I thought, oh, maybe it's on the disc instead of that code. But no, you need that code and to get the DLC and shit, and that's very disappointing.
It's typical Capcom though. Like, they did it with Street Fighter 5, so I'm not surprised, but I don't care. I'm still going to enjoy it.
So yeah, we're going to get home, get it installed. I still need to install mine actually. And yeah, finally play it.
Yeah, can't wait.
Alright everyone, a couple of days later, I still feel and look like crap. Jeez, my eyes are so pudgy. I mean, don't know why. It's not like I'm not sleeping. I'm actually having quite a few good nights rest, and it's my holiday, so I don't have to set an alarm, which is nice. And yeah, a couple more days, I reckon I'll be good to go. I really wanted to start some recordings of some video games I really want to jump into. Resident Evil Village DLC, the Shadows of Rose. I could have been done by now with that playing through, because I think it's only 4 hours long, but I just don't want to be recording and it's like I'm still very dry and itchy. I'm up to the stage now where your throat gets that tickle and it's like you start gagging. But I've been doing a lot of editing, catching up on some playthroughs that I still need to edit. Started editing Resident Evil Remake finally, also about to start doing Resident Evil 4, and just been working on things that just to keep my mind off being sick. And one of them, the things I've been doing is really working on PowerPoint, creating documents to keep me on track on everything. I've done one for my video game hunting, so if I'm looking for games, I've created that. I might actually do a video on that after this. I'll just show what I've made. It's actually quite fun of how I've done it. It's like looking at a gaming magazine to keep me all excited for video games. And I've also done upcoming video game playthroughs of what I want to play next, because there's a few games that I really want to get started and doing a playthrough on, and been on my list for years, and I just keep forgetting about them. And I've done video game playthrough editing as well to keep me on track, because so many things I need to edit and I just keep forgetting. So yeah, that's really cool. And what I've been doing tonight is for the past few months now, I've been going back on my channel and just looking at some video playthroughs I've done, or video game playthroughs. Sorry, I'm high on Panadol or Nurofen I should say. And yeah, I've been kind of geez, I could have done a lot better editing for some videos, and I've removed a lot of videos off my channel, and what I'm planning to do is upload them again, like go through them, edit them. And what I'm currently doing now is a playthrough me and Luke did on Dino Crisis. It was during my early few years, and I didn't care about editing. I just slapped it in, cut it up, never really tried to edit the audio and stuff and try and, you know, levels and stuff. Like between me and Luke, he's quite quiet, fairly soft-spoken during most of the parts, and I'm very high-pitched because I know I'm recording. I want to be able to catch my voice. So now I'm going through, re-editing, chopping out all the boring bits. There's a lot of parts where we sort of just going back and forth, which don't need to be in, and just making it a redux, you know, just re-uploading that and fixing it up and cleaning it up. And I want to do that for a few more playthroughs. Broken Sword's another one. That's a fairly recent playthrough, but a lot of parts could have been chopped out from that one. And yeah, I'm excited to do that. It's just nice to go back and just fix everything up a little bit now that I'm very savvy with, you know, recording and editing, and just making sure everything's clean again. And I mean, it's not going to be professionally clean with like clear audio and stuff, but the one I wanted to do the most is just get the audio levels balanced instead of like, so I'm like, hey, how's it going everyone, and then I'm suddenly, oh yeah, just try and keep it level. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing while I'm sick, just catching up on a lot of editing and cleaning up a little bit as well. Jeez, I need to finish up. I did start and then it's just like I'm just so knackered. Oh, it feels like I'm back in high school with my PowerPoint presentations. So yeah, I might just go through this quickly just to show you what I was talking about. So yeah, this is what I'm currently editing. So Golf Story, currently on session 4, which I think I've done session 3, so now I'm about to start session 4. Final Fantasy 7, it's taken me a while to edit that, but up to session 6. Cyberpunk, currently in the middle, if I recall, and Spider-Man with Luke, session 2. So this is what I've been doing to just keep me on track, because I always forget, and then I've got to go through my files and find out which bit I'm up to. And yeah, this is just a fun way to do it. And I've also done started Resident Evil Remake session 3, so the last couple of days been doing that. And so you see the lightsaber on Resident Evil Village, that's when I got the lightsaber, and I've done a run through that, so I still need to get started on that. Resident Evil 4 is going to be coming up shortly as well, and Smackdown, Shut Your Mouth, really had fun with that. A bit of a frustration with that, because I'd started a run and I was still kind of new with OBS, and it kept it would stop recording during the game, and then I wouldn't realise, and then at one point the audio didn't pick up, and for some reason with this game OBS just doesn't like it. But I've done a full run now, can't wait to get to editing that. And Double Trouble played Dino Crisis Redux. So yeah, currently editing that, and I'm very happy with it. Got a few episodes done, and just happy to see it be brought a bit more cleaner. And I brought the resolution up as well. It was only a 720p if I recall, and I've just stretched it basically, so it's now 1080p. So that's my video game edits. Alrighty, upcoming video games. So this is just playthroughs that I want to start, and I just titled it in a way so it's like, oh, coming soon, new video games to play. And yeah, like I was saying about a magazine, this is what I meant. Perseverance, hope I got that right. This is a game on Switch that I picked up, and I wanted to do Halloween for, like an episode on Halloween for, and I just never got to it. So that's one I really want to play. It looks really good. I did a lot of Resident Evil fan mods for Halloween this year, and I didn't get to doing Marvin's mod or Ada's mod, and now I'll jump into that hopefully very soon. Road Redemption, I've been wanting to do that for a while, just to have a session in. Dust Haven, did that an episode for Halloween. It's a Resident Evil inspired game, and I want to do a run of that. I want to jump into Skyrim for another session, just to continue on with my long series with that. An Act of Hire, this was a game I picked up many years ago, and I just never jumped in, because it was at the time I sort of ended my visual novel playthroughs, but now I don't mind jumping in and just playing them and doing some commentary every now and again. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I want to finally jump into. I need to do a run of Crash Bandicoot 3, because I've done 1 and 2, still need to do that. Star Wars Rebel Assault 1 and 2, really fun little Star Wars games I remember playing many years ago when I was like 9, and I just want to do them at some point. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, I love this game so much, and I'm still yet to do a playthrough for YouTube. And Smackdown, here comes the pain. It's coming. And I also need to jump into Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, and I also want to do the original Mortal Kombat, which will be really fun. And what started it all, my video game hunt. So yeah, I did this one because there's so many games that I want to pick up at some point, and I just keep forgetting, so I've started doing this to help me remember. So there we go. Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone, disc worn out. I got this for Christmas in like 2001, and I played it so much the disc is worn out. It freezes at a certain point in the game, so at some point I need to find a new disc. Chamber of Secrets, I remember a mate brought it over one time, and it was really fun. Like compared to the PS2 version, I wouldn't mind picking one up in my travels. Mortal Kombat 4 is going to be interesting because that's quite a pricey game now, but I don't mind. When I see a game I really want, I'll just save up for it, and once I get the money, I'll buy it. WWF Attitude just for the wrestling collection. I think I just have the disc. I bought it from Video Easy when they had a sale to clear out their stock. X-Men Mutant Academy 2, I've got the first one and I really enjoyed that. It was when the first X-Men movie was released and they released that game to tie in with that movie, which was really cool. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I just wouldn't mind that for the PS1. I've actually got the arcade collection on my 360, so not a priority, but if I see it in my travels, I'll get it. Talking about Dino Crisis, so we do have it, but Luke played that the most, and it was my uncle's copy, if I remember, and he sold his PS1 games, and we just bought them off him, and because Luke played it the most, I thought I'll let you have that one. And Luke picked up Dino Crisis 2, but I wouldn't mind picking them up for the collection because Resident Evil inspired, and they're really fun games. I mean, another thing as well with the playthrough, me and Luke always, we were sounding quite pissy, oh, this game, oh my god, but we do really like it, and yeah, just when I go back at that video, I'm like, why were we so... It's like we were dogging on the game so much, and I feel really shitty about it, and we're hoping to do another run of it at some point, so I'm currently editing the current one, like the older version, and I wouldn't mind jumping back in and just basically, this game is fun, it's frustrating, but it's just, yeah, I'm really shitty about that. And Dino Crisis 2 is really fun. It's more of an action shooter rather than a horror one, and it was really fun. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, Luke got that for his birthday one year, and I got Legends of Wrestling 2, which was really fun. I put a lot of time into that one, but I played the hell out of Forbidden Memories, and I wouldn't mind getting a copy for myself. Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters, if I got that right. It was never released outside Japan, but it's the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, I believe, that's been released, and I wouldn't mind just having that for the collection. Vigilante 8 it's pretty much just Twisted Metal, just a different version, and me and Luke, I remember playing it quite a bit on the demo, and then we hired it for one night and really loved it. Alundra 2, we got Alundra 1, but I remember hiring out Alundra 2 years ago, or my parents did, and I remember they hired it out, and at the same time I got a school project that I had to work on, and basically I had to work on that first, and then right as I finished up, it was on the Sunday, and had like an hour before it had to be returned, so I'm like, I want to play it, because yeah, if it was at the time, me and Luke had different classes, and yeah, my teacher always give us homework, whereas his teacher really didn't, and I just happened to get a project that I had to work on, and if I remember, it was about frogs, if I recall, and yeah, so Luke was playing most of it, and I was working on the project, and once I finally finished, I jumped into it for an hour, and I really enjoyed it, I really loved it, and I hopefully get a copy at some point. Bloody Raw 2, it's a pricey one. Got the first one, love it, never got around to buying the second one. I think Luke picked up a Video Easy copy when it was just clearing out stock, and I wouldn't mind getting one at some point. Point Blank, a really fun shooter. Me and Luke got the Point Blank 2 collection with the light gun for a birthday one year, and oh my god, it was so much fun, and I need to pick up the first one. Project Overkill, this was just a random game that I come across just watching videos, and it looks really fun, I wouldn't mind picking up. Machine Hunter, played the demo to death. It is really fun, and it's not really well known, unfortunately. I looked on eBay, and quite hard to find. Game Boy Color, Metal Gear Solid, another pricey one. So if I find it, yeah, I'd be really happy, but so far not really a priority. Metal Gear Goes Babel, I think that's... I can't remember. I think it's just a spin-off, and it looks really fun. WWF Betrayal, it's a beat-em-up compared to a wrestling game, and I just need it for my collection if I ever see it. PlayStation 2, look at those Resident Evil games that I don't own. Well, we technically own, but he's played them the most, so I thought, alright, I'll let you have them. Actually, Resident Evil 4 he got for Christmas. Dead Aim he bought himself. It was a Video Easy copy. We bought a lot of Video Easy copies just because they were cheap at the time. You know, we're in school, we're relying on pocket money, and it was a really fun way to get some games. Survivor 2, just for the collection. It's not that good, but big Resident Evil fan, it'd just be good to have. Resident Evil Outbreak was a shared copy. Me and Luke we pitched money together because I think it was 2005, it was our birthday. We got some money and we bought Sacred Cards for the Game Boy Advance, and whatever money we had left, we bought Outbreak as well. But he played it the most, so I thought I'll let him have that and I'll pick up a copy at some point. And he picked up Outbreak File 2, once again, video easy. And yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a copy at some point. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Budokai 2, Budokai 3. Luke picked these ones up. This was during high school, and I was buying a lot of wrestling games, but he was buying a lot of these games and from EB Games. And yeah, these are really fun, the Budokai series. I remember playing it a lot, and yeah, I need to get them at some point. And Time Splitters 1 and 2, that was Time Splitters was one of the first games me and Luke played on the PS2. No, it may have been... No, I don't think Just Bring It was out just then. I remember when it was PS2 was sort of... Yeah, it was around the early days of PS2, and Dad hired it out for the night, and we had Time Splitters and I think Tekken Tag Tournament, and Time Splitters was really fun. And then Time Splitters 2 is really good. I remember hiring that out and yeah, spent a lot of time on that one. Ghost Hunter, a bit of a relic. Not many people talk about this one. I remember a mate had this one and we played it all night, but we got stuck at the next part of the game. It was like this weird floating demon hovering around a cemetery. We just couldn't figure out what to do. J-Cocoon 2, got the first one, loved it, played it to death. I picked up J-Cocoon 2 many years ago, but the copy didn't work and I had to return it to EB. It was a pre-owned copy and it was the only one they had, and I was like, fuck, damn it. And Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, I love Terminator, and it's not a bad game if I remember. It's actually quite a decent movie game, but I can't remember. I remember hiring it out and I don't remember a lot about it. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force Evolution, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's apparently one of the better Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, and I wouldn't mind just picking that up at some point. Oh man, all these games. We had a chipped Xbox, so we could burn a lot of games onto it. So what you're seeing there is a lot of games that I've burned onto the Xbox, and I now want to pick up some copies, and Jesus Christ, Def Jam 5 for New York, that has really gone up. So yeah, hopefully get that at some point. That was a really fun game, really loved that. Need for Speed Underground as well, really fun. Burnout 3, Takedown, spent so much time on that one. Max Payne 1 and 2, really good. Obscure was really good, man. Like, loved that one a lot because we co-opted it and it was just so much fun. Psyops, I didn't play too much of it. I just did the training level because it was so much fun, just throwing enemies around with your powers. Shrek, I remember really being invested in that, seeing it in magazines and websites, and if I remember, it's not that good. Shrek 2 was a lot better. It was a party game and like you could co-op with each other, and yeah, it was just a beat 'em up, which was really good. Second Sight, I was a bit of a... I didn't appreciate it at the time. I was really struggling to play the game. It's very Metal Gear Solid with Psyops. It's, for some reason, two games released around the same time and it was all about telekinetic powers. Psyops was really good because you could just run through, run and gun. But Second Sight was very Metal Gear Solid and sneaking, and I never appreciated it at the time, and I really want to get back into it. Some GameCube, Metroid Prime, got the second one a while ago, and now I just want to get the first one, and because I really enjoyed the second one, it was really fun. Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, I need to get that at some point. The Tomb Raider trilogy, I finally worked out how to record my PS3 and get through the HDMI issue, and the games look really good now, so I was really focusing on just 360, but now I wouldn't mind doing the PS3 version now that I got through that problem. And as you can see, I still need Anniversary for 360. Alpha Protocol, once again, what was I talking about? Overkill. I just seen this in a lot of videos of people recommending it, and I wouldn't mind picking it up. The Wii, Resident Evil: The Dark Side Chronicles. Luke, I think we both pitched in for this one, but he played it the most, and I said to him, if I can keep Umbrella Chronicles, you can have the Dark Side Chronicles, and you just buy one of each. Like, once we get to the point, you know, I'll buy Dark Side and he'll buy Umbrella Chronicles. Escape from Bug Island. One of my favourite playthroughs from the group Best Friends. It was during a... Oh, they used to do a... this is when Best Friends were around. They've retired now and doing their own thing. They used to do a shitstorm of scariness during October, which is playing a lot of Halloween games, and I remember them playing this one, and then from fan demand, people wanted to see them play through the whole game, and what was unique was no other playthrough was on YouTube at the time. They were the first, so they had to rely on just playing through the game and getting through it, and I think they eventually did, and I remember having really, a good time watching them. I was a fan, like big fan of them, and I kind of drifted away after that, and then the news, they sort of ended the Best Friends. I was like, oh, that sucks, but they do what they want to do. That's, they're cool, and I still tune in every now and again. Metroid Prime Trilogy, just to have because of Metroid. Dead Space and Extraction was a really unique Wii game, if I remember. It's a rail shooter, which is quite fun if I remember looking. And Cursed Mountain, this was just a game that always comes back to me. I'm thinking, what's that Wii game that's got to do with a mountain? And it's always that game. And yeah, I had it in my hand a few years ago, and then I just put it back, and now hopefully I will get it. Metal Gear Acid, I think that's the card games I wouldn't mind picking up at some point. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. I don't want to start collecting for the PSP. I got a PSP, I got 2 games for it, Crisis Core and Tekken Dark Resurrection. I didn't mind it. I didn't play a lot of it. I prefer the DS. But SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 has a unique thing, and I was really annoyed because I couldn't complete the entire game on PS2. If you had the PSP version and linked it up to your PS2 or your save, I can't remember what, but if you had the PSP version, you could get Jake the Snake Roberts, and the only way you could unlock him in the PS2 version, you had to have this version. So now hopefully I can finally complete that game. Nintendo Switch. At some point these games are going to go on sale and I'm going to buy them, and I can't wait. And that's it. Yeah, that took a bit longer than I thought, but as you can see, I'm really excited with how I've done that, and it's just so much fun doing it that way, because it's like going through a magazine and it's like, oh, what's coming up, and yeah, it helps me remind myself what games I'm looking for.
Alright everyone, I'm going to finally jump in and start building this Gold Sarcophagus model kit. I need to start building some other ones as well, but I thought this one's going to be a definite priority for me because I want to use it for some unboxing videos, or not my unboxing videos, but my new card videos anyway. And yeah, really excited to get started. Hold on. This looks really cool, apart from that few little nicks there. They're little big pegs, unfortunately, but that's alright. It looks really, really cool. Alright everyone, I finally jumped into Shadows of Rose, all finished in one night. What a rush it was, and holy crap. That mannequin segment, oh man, that... I almost thought, yeah, nah, I'm not going to be able to do this, but push through. Yeah, just that's the one thing in video games that really freaked me out, it's mannequins. And when I reached the part with the mannequin, I'm like, oh no. But yeah, had a really great time, really enjoyed it, and yeah, the ending with Rose and Ethan finally sort of connecting and seeing each other first time almost brought a tear in my eye. And yeah, because I loved Ethan, I thought he was a great character, and when he died I was like, no. And I was really hoping he was going to return, but yeah, nah, wasn't meant to be. But it explains the ending now, where Rose was sort of very, how would she have known how Evelyn was? When she showed up, it was like, what? No way. And the ending boss fight was really cool. I really enjoyed that. So, yeah, Shadows of Rose done. Now I can rest and not worry about spoilers. It took me a week to get into this because I was sick. Alright everyone, I've got some really cool wrestling shirts I want to show, but unfortunately, I ordered 5 and I only got 4, and I learned that one of them was sent separately and is now being sent back, and I'm going to get a refund at some point. And it was one of the shirts I was like, oh, why'd it have to be that one? But I'm glad it was that parcel and not this one that had 4 shirts. So yeah, I want to show you now. It looks really cool. I had a
just a hit of nostalgia when I'd seen the shirts on the store.
We're going back in time with WWF. So yeah, I got a load of new WWE shirts, well, WWF for this, video. So yeah, I was just looking through the store and I thought, oh, they take me back. I mean, I wasn't into wrestling at this point, but I was starting to, around that time in the 2000s, where I got my first taste of wrestling when I played SmackDown, WWE SmackDown the demo, and yeah, just anything sort of in that time hits close to me. And yeah, just seeing this shirt, so I was like, oh, I want that. So the next one, D-Generation X, Shawn Michaels, Triple H in China. This one was just really cool. Unfortunately, I was never, how do I put it? I didn't watch like wrestling, like I said, during this era of DX. DX in 2006, I had a great time watching when I was really hardcore into watching wrestling. I got the DX, the new and improved 3-disc DVD, and I probably watched that 3 times. I just loved DX at that time, and I really want to get the sort of like a DVD if they have one, sort of with this era of DX, and I think that'd be really cool. And finally got a shirt with China. Yeah, about time. It's sad that we sort of really haven't got anything memorabilia for her. I think the only thing we sort of got is a couple of figures and pop vinyls. And I hope we get a shirt at some point because I like China. She was really awesome. The Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I have seen this shirt for years, like in watching the retro stuff, like Austin's DVD and everything and all that, and I've always seen this picture of him with the snake arms and the shirts, and I thought, oh, I hope one day, we will get another shirt like that. Boom. Finally got one. Man, it feels like I'm a kid again watching wrestling in the 2000s. And yeah, so that's 3 of them, and I'll save the best for last. My number 1 favourite wrestler of all time finally got a really epic shirt. Yeah, Kayne is my number 1 out of every wrestling promotion. It was the wrestler that I always loved watching. Just the idea of wearing the mask, like, oh, who's the man behind the mask? And this was the shirt I saw first, and I thought, oh, what else did they have? And oh, it was just so cool. And I'm like, oh, I really want that. It's awesome. And the other shirt I wanted was another Kayne shirt. It was I'll put a picture here. Yeah, for some reason this one got sent separately, and now it's being sent back after I got in contact with WWE store, and I'm bummed out, but that's alright. I'm glad I got this one at least. I mean, just look at that, the big red machine. That's gotta be Kayne. Very, very awesome, very happy.
I finally decided I want to play Resident Evil Remake, because I've been in a big Resident Evil mood the past few months, and I'm currently editing my Resident Evil Remake playthrough I did earlier in the year, and yeah, I'm just pumped to finally start trying to do all the trophies for Remake, and I'm starting, for the big one for me at least, the knife only, and I'm glad I read the trophy first, because I would have killed zombies and burnt the bodies. Apparently you can't do that, use the lighter on them, and you can't even head stomp, and you can't even use defense items. So I'm glad I read that trophy before starting, and I did very easy, and I'm using the modern controls. I want to have fun, and I know I was going to struggle with it, but I'm actually doing alright. I'm up to the guardhouse. I thought the Crimson Head was going to give me a lot of trouble, but I was reading up that if you go for the feet, it has a wider hit range, and so I thought I'd do that, and yeah, got it on the first try, got hit twice, so I was pretty happy with that, and I'm just having fun with it, and that's what I want. And I like the idea that it's like not a challenge because it's on the easiest difficulty, but I like the idea that I can't use a gun, and I'm pretty excited and I'm pumped to get through that. Doing the hardest difficulty and the invisible enemies, I'm not so stressed about because I'll be able to use a gun, but yeah, I thought I want to do this one first, knock it out, and just be finished with it, and I'm enjoying it so far. And I'll tell you, I'll just show you my inventory. I got so many healing items. I thought I wouldn't have any when I got to this point, but yeah, I'm loaded. I also picked Chris because that was recommended, but I reckon I could have gone with Jill, especially not having to worry about going back and forth with such limited space for Chris. So, oh, I haven't actually got anything in my inventory. Look how many ink ribbons I got. 26. You get 6 for every pickup since it's very easy, but I thought to give myself at least a challenge, I won't be saving every chance I get. You know, give myself a bit of a, just a, how do I put it? A sense of threat or worry. You know, for example, when I did, what was I doing? I needed to do the dog whistle, but then I didn't save it after that. I thought, no, I'll keep going, start getting some rooms unlocked, and yeah, that was pretty intense, and yeah, just give myself a bit of dread thinking, oh, anything can happen. So I thought, I'll give myself that challenge at least. I also turned the music off so I can listen out for any threats to help me out. I keep going. I had to pick up the serum. I picked up that not realising, well, I didn't need it because I'm not going to use any weapons. But yeah, look at all that. I think I'm doing pretty well, if I don't say so myself. A big advantage, I completely forget the herbs outside the balcony where you get the dog, use the dog whistle, sorry, and get the fake armor key. You can use the herbs and you have a limited amount of supply, and I thought, oh, that'd be, you know, handy, so I'll just keep using them. So yeah, so far so good. Be interesting to see how well I go with Plant 42. Apparently that's the most pain in the ass one to get through with the knife, but I'm looking forward to it.
Okay everyone, it's been a very long time since I've done some painting, especially for the Resident Evil board game. Yeah, the Resident Evil 3 board game, we've got them all primed and all ready to go, and just picked out a handful of ones that I want to paint. I really want to do this Jill Valentine in her stars, in her stars outfit with a Kickstarter come on, exclusive, or I can't remember what it was, and I really want to paint her, my favourite outfit. Woo! Then we got Nemesis with the rocket launcher, standard Jill, a spider, and a couple of zombies. And yeah, I'm not gonna stress myself too much. I'm just gonna try and get back into the flow, and yeah, hopefully I can do a good job, I should say. Hopefully I haven't lost my touch. Alrighty, Jill's almost finished. I just got to do a bit of detail on the surface there, but I'm pretty happy with her at them. You know, how it turned out. The face, I wish, for some reason with these, the faces always turn a little blotchy, even when I'm trying to thin the paint out, but I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, you're not going to see it because it's going to look like that anyway when you're on the board, and look at that. Pretty cool. I'm very happy with how she turned out, so yeah, it feels good to be painting again. And done. I'm really happy with how she turned out, and my favourite part, got some blood on the floor there. Hope it's not Chris's blood. Yeah, really happy how she turned out, and I can't wait to do another one.
Alrighty everyone, Resident Evil Remake, knife only trophy. Defeated Plant 42, I'm now back in the mansion, and I was expecting Plant 42 to stress me out a bit more, but because I had Rebecca and did the V-Jolt, which I double checked that by the way, I thought, oh, is the V-Jolt going to count as a, you know, using another weapon? But apparently it's okay, you can use the V-Jolt, so it made the fight a little bit easier, and also I'm on very easy as well. Like I said, I want to have a good time with this trophy, and I'm having a great time, so Plant 42 defeated, back in the mansion. I managed to take out a couple of hunters, and it takes about 5 swings from the knife to put them out, which handy, so I've cleared out a few of the rooms, and yeah, next is the second encounter with Yawn. Looking forward to that one, can't wait. Tell you what, I did panic a little when I got to the basement. I got poisoned by one of the spiders, then I was bitten a few times by the 2 zombies after that room, and then once I got to the area where the battery was, I was on danger, and I managed to dodge a couple of the zombies, and if I hadn't, I would have been bit, and I would have had to gone back from when I didn't kill the 2 hunters. So yeah, it got a bit scary for a second, but yeah, I pulled through. Alright everyone, I thought I'd just do a video showing all the figures I've painted so far. I've been having an absolute blast just painting again, especially like the little miniature figures, and I still got a load of figures for the Resident Evil 2 board game to paint, so I thought I'd just jump in and start painting. I got quite a few things done, and yeah, what started it all was Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 3, the board game, funny enough, and yeah, I was pretty happy with how she turned out, and yeah, after that,
just been really excited to just keep painting, and Luke's really into the Warhammer again. See, we tried to play that probably a decade ago now, 2012, and just got too frustrating. The painting was really frustrating. Then the Resident Evil 2 board game came out a few years ago, and we decided to pick up the painting again, and yeah, painted a lot of figures. And I've done a few videos in the past few years about that, and just showing what we had painted, and yeah, just been really excited. So I think I painted this one next, the Leon Candy with a special costume. I was really happy how I got the skull on there and a cool shotgun. I'm still struggling a little just with the paint. I think because we're using paint that we've had for over 10 years, or almost 10 years I should say, and yeah, it's definitely aged, and we've just bought a load more today and some kits, and with Christmas coming up I thought, well, should we all make this a present? All that stuff. And yeah, actually got a coin for it. I think if you spend over 100 in a Warhammer shop, and yeah, that was really cool. So I got a new load of new paint and some kits, because Luke wants to build them, but we're not really wanting to play the game, but we just want to build and paint because it's really fun. What did I do next? I did a couple of doors. So yeah, we still had a load of doors to paint. I really like how this one turned out. Managed to get the rust and everything. Really cool. See, this one was a test to get texture, or what do I want to... How do you put it? Attention to detail. So the door's rusting, it's not going to look clean in the apocalypse, etc. And then did this one. I really struggled with the paint with this one. It was really chalky, but it came out alright in the end. I used it to my advantage, and yeah, if you open the door, there's a bloody handprint. Someone was attacked. Left a blood trail as well. Oh, I forgot to show hang on. So yeah, I did that door. It came out really nice by the end of it. I'm trying to do like patterns for each character. So Leon there is walking on like concrete tiles. Jill in the dining hall with the blood. Hope that's not Chris's blood. Sorry, this is not a very good setup. These vlog videos are just going to be sort of, you know, how do I put it, like guerrilla. I'm not going to set up, I'm just going to quickly do videos for this series. And yeah, what else did I paint? Not what else, what did I paint? I painted you, Yanks. Ada with the bow gun. I was really happy with how she turned out in this one. So I put a board down to try and help with the lighting. Hang on, I'll zoom in. That's better. The one thing I was stressing about was trying to paint the face and everything, and quite blotchy. I need to remember that these weren't made to be painted by Steamforge. It was just tokens, and you just put them on the board, blah blah blah. And it was Dad's idea to start painting them, since we had a load of paint that we had with Warhammer and we weren't using them. You know, we picked it up again, and yeah, haven't looked back since. What did I do? I did a speed paint. I thought I don't want to, because I was, you know, one of these I'd spend all night, which I'm happy with. I love spending a night just painting, and that's what I've done this whole month. Got a month off work and just been painting and doing other things, and it's been really fun. But I thought this time I'm going to speed run, paint a load of zombies, and I'm really happy with how these ones turned out. I love the blood. We've got a paint that actually looks like blood. It's really cool. I do really good zombies because I just go crazy. I really like how that one turned out. You can actually see the eyes in that one. Yeah, I managed to get some eyes. Oh, I haven't been showing the backs. Hang on. Yeah, they've all got scratch marks on them. And then later zombie. Ooh. And then recent one, I kind of struggled. Kendo. So yeah, once again I was just struggling with the face, and I've picked up a basic flesh tone today with Citadel. I've been using the D&D paints that I bought a few years back, and I'm kind of struggling with them, but the Citadel paints are really good. But yeah, did what I could with this one. Came out alright in the end. The thing I need to remember and keep telling myself is, so up close it's going to look weird, but the board game is from there. So at least it looks cool from there. So yeah, that's the figures I've painted so far. And got a few more Resident Evil 2 to go, and then I'll get to Resident Evil 1. Not Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 3. And I got Resident Evil 1 coming as well, I nearly forgot. Man, I really love this game. I finally got to watching the final season of Camp Cretaceous, and yeah, I just fancy jumping into Jurassic World Evolution again. And I had it for PS4, and I got to the last island, and yeah, then it came out for Switch, and I thought I'd really like it for Switch, and yeah, especially in handheld mode. If I'm in bed, I'll boot it up, and yeah, I'm just having a blast with this game. I always, I had a really good time with it when I had it on the PS4, and yeah, now the Switch, I'm just on the 3rd island. I'm done. I think I managed to get 3 stars. It's gone down a little bit because I'm trying to build another. I was trying to build, because I've got some raptors I want to build, but I got another dinosaur, the Metria. Stand still. Metriconauts. So yeah, that was a mission. And yeah, I need to get Jurassic World Evolution 2 at some point, but it's not on Switch yet, unfortunately. But yeah, really fun game. Oh shit, I remember this mission. Oh, I got the Velociraptor almost at 100. I haven't even started the dialogue yet, I don't think. So yeah, I'm going to start getting the Dilophosaurus all built up. Hang on. Yeah, I haven't even started the Dilophosaurus yet, sorry. Stuttered. Velociraptor's at 100. Alright. Let's get started. I do not like what's going on here. Alrighty everyone, it's time. There's the dialogue. Alright, there's one. And up next. Shut up, dude. And guess who that is? You can't really see it. I've got the blue skin. There we go. There you can see. Sweet. Go kick that dollar's ass, Blaine.
Time to let him fight.
Lonely.
So we're all on a forward posture. Okay, my people are in place to observe this interaction. I think you mean Slogger? You believe in nature, don't you, Dr. Malcolm? We're simply enabling it.
Whoa, yo, go get him.
The outcome of your actions cannot be known. I thought you liked the unknown, Dr. Malcolm. Proceed with the test.
Let the dinosaurs fight. Oh, Blue. Don't let that dialogue push you around. Where is it? I got your back, Blue. Power outage. I can't see. Go get him, Blue. Go get him. Oh, not a storm. Here it is. Go get him, Blue. Go get him. Oh. Get him. Oh, perfect weather. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, sorry, my camera. I was looking at TV screen all the time. Bite him! Bite him! Shut up! Finish him! Blues turf, and don't you forget it!
Well done.
Claim your prize. Go away now. Right,
Save everyone. And Blue got out. Now you sit in there and think about what you did. Those people you ate had a family, damn it. Gang's all here now.